Hey, hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here today. So today I'm going to talk about 5 simple tricks for keeping your resolutions this year. So it's New Year's Eve, right? And we're about to start a brand new year. And I don't know about you, but I am so done with 2020. I mean, I know 2021 is still going to be a lot of the same until we get this pandemic under control, but there's no reason we can't still make it an amazing year. It's up to us, right? What we make of it, right? So now it's time for those resolutions. You know, about 40% of all Americans will vow to change one thing or another about their lifestyle. I mean, New Year's resolutions usually fall under a whole lot of categories. We have like weight loss, we have finance, we have career, personal development, health and diet, fitness, stress management, focusing on personal relationships. I mean, you know, there's all kinds of different kinds of resolutions. And then fast forward 6 months later, and 60% of the people will have completely forgotten about all of their resolutions. But carrying out your resolutions can be done. So let's look at some tips to help you stick to them. Number 1, define your motivation. So there's 2 types of motivation. The first one is intrinsic, which means your motivation comes from inside you, right? For example, maybe you prefer jogging or going to the gym or shopping by yourself because that's how you like how you feel afterwards, you know, but it's something that you want to do because it's something that you like how it makes you feel, right? The next one is extrinsic. So that means you're pushed forward by actions outside your personal scope. So in other words, you prefer working out with your friends and you work harder when there's a reward system in place. So you prefer to do it by yourself and have your own motivation, or you prefer to have people around you and have them help motivate you, right? That's the difference, right? So once you figure out your motivation type, then all you have to do is put yourself in situations that make you more excited to accomplish even more. Number 2, actions speak louder than results. So deciding on a goal for the new year is always easier said than done, but it's the steps that you take to reach that goal. That's the tricky part. So if you want to stick to your resolutions, it's really smart to break it down into smaller goals, if possible, to make them more manageable. And then each time you achieve a goal or each time you make a step, then reward yourself and feel proud of what you've accomplished. Positive reinforcement is crucial to help guide you to push forward towards your goal and commit to your responsibilities. So one way to keep everything in check is to make sure your actions are SMART. You've heard of SMART goals, right? That's an acronym. So SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. That's SMART. So specific means having a specific end result. That prevents you from making excuses, right? Measurable: evaluating your progress will give you your motivation a boost, and you'll be able to see if you're on track. Achievable: you can set daily goals as building blocks towards bigger goals. Relevant: otherwise, if it's not relevant, why bother, right? And then time-bound: goals need to have a defined end date, because if you know where you're going and when you need to get there by, it makes it so much easier to achieve that goal. So when you break your steps down, that you should divide them up into time. But you know what? I have one caveat here. I do believe in SMART goals. I really do. But I also believe in setting goals that are almost impossible to reach. Goals that will make you stretch hard, especially if you're in a business. If you have your own business, then I suggest that you suggest at least one goal that's like impossible to reach, that are really hard to reach. So I believe that if you reach further than you ever have before, you will get further than you've ever gotten before. So for example, if you set a goal to increase your sales by 15%, that's a good goal and you might achieve it for sure, right? But what if you set a goal to increase your sales by 50%? You might not make the 50%, but you might actually get to 30% or higher. So that would get you a lot higher than that SMART goal would have got you. So I make my goals a combination of SMART goals and outrageous goals. You need to decide what works for you. Everyone's different, right? And the last thing I want is for you to create an outrageous goal and then miss it, because most likely you will miss it because it's outrageous, but then beat yourself up for it later. I don't want that. So if you're the type of person that's going to do that, then you might want to stick with your SMART goals, right? So SMART goals are great because they give you something to track. And so you can make sure that you're doing what you need to get there. And then number 3, be honest with yourself. The more realistic your resolutions, the more likely you'll see them through. If your goal for the new year is to exercise more, then start small. Instead of planning a 5-day workout week, go for 20 minutes a day and then increase gradually. That's what I did on the treadmill. I said, if I can do anything for 20 minutes, and I forced myself to do 20 minutes every day, no matter what. And now I actually enjoy it. Now I do 45 minutes to an hour, depending on, I watch shows while I'm on the treadmill. So depending on the show, but it's like I feel bad if I miss my workout. And that's, if you knew me at all, you would know that's amazing that I'm working out. So anyway, but if you start small and like maybe do 20 minutes a day, you're going to find that, as with all goals, as soon as you start seeing what you've accomplished, you'll be pumped to even do more. But stay away from the all or nothing approach. I mean, doing something, even if it's a small piece of what you originally planned, is way better and more productive than doing nothing at all. So don't get yourself hooked on that. Well, if I can't do my 20 minutes, I'm not going to do it, right? So if you have to do 10 minutes, do 10 minutes. Just make sure you get on that treadmill, or you do whatever it is that was in your goal, right? So along those same lines, it's equally important not to have too many resolutions up in the air all at once. So make a list, prioritize them, and go from there. Once you feel that the first one's in the bag, then you can go for the second one, and so on. Focusing on one goal at a time will channel your energy and your efforts here. So it's going to help you to reach your target faster. Number 4, think things through. So having a positive mindset is key when progressing towards your goals. But let's be honest, every plan is bound for failure at some point, no matter how careful you are. We are human and things get in our way. We run into obstacles, right? So be smart and anticipate these obstacles so that when they do appear, you'll be prepared. So for example, if you get bored when you exercise, choose upbeat workout music that will get you revved up. Or do like I do. I take my tablet with me and Netflix, watch shows, right? Or you can work out at home as you catch up on your favorite TV shows. If it has to be in front of the TV, that's fine, right? If your motivation method is extrinsic, then go to the gym with a friend, because having that friend is going to help you if that's the personality style you have, right? The idea is to nip it in the bud before it becomes stronger than your willpower, so that you can surmount any obstacle that comes between you and your goal. Number 5, be accountable for your actions. Accountability means you're taking responsibility for the choices you're making. This might seem easy to do at work when you have a deadline and a boss reinforcing it. Might not be so easy when you're home alone and you skip out on cooking a healthy meal and you order takeout instead, right? You can enlist the help of a friend or join a support group, where you know that you made a certain commitment to someone, even if it's simply sending a photo of your home cooked meal on social media. But find a way to keep yourself accountable, right? Or hang a calendar on your wall with progress notes so you can keep tabs on how far you've gotten and what still lies ahead. And then I have a bonus trick for you. Number 6, pick a word for the year. So one thing I do as part of my New Year goals, and something you might want to consider, is pick a one word that encompasses how you want to approach your new year. So for example, maybe your word for the year might be discipline. This is your focus for the year. You're saying that you want to approach your work, your relationships, your spiritual life, etc., with discipline. You're committing to living a full effort, to giving that full effort to areas of your life this year, and not just having a laid back half effort to the important things in your life. You want to be disciplined and you want to stay on task. On the flip side, maybe your word for the year is relax. Maybe you've had a number of stressful years in a row and you've really been pumping it hard for years. And this is the year for you to be not to be disciplined, but maybe it's a year for you to give yourself a break. Maybe your focus is one of finding balance and learning to relax this year. It gives you a focus on how you approach all aspects of your life for this one year. It helps you to determine the kind of person you want to become. So mine for this year is intentional. I want to make sure that every decision I make this year is intentional and it will help me move towards my goals. It's the same word I had last year, but I decided to keep it because it really did me some good last year. I have accomplished so much because, COVID sucked. It got in the way of my business. My business is down, but because I had that word intentional, I was able to mitigate a lot of the effects of COVID and keep my business going. And I've launched a lot of new strategies for this year that are going to help me. So I want to continue to move forward intentionally. You know, a word can't be broken like a resolution can. It's just a word, right? It serves as a reminder, a filter. Write the word, put it on your calendar, put it on your computer, put it on your wall, whatever, right? And look at it often. And you know, it's just a reminder. Like I said, it's who you want to be instead of what you regret or what you didn't get done, right? So keeping your New Year's resolutions throughout the year isn't easy, but just know that you can do anything you put your mind to. And I hope these 6 steps help. Once you accomplish your first resolution, you're going to find that not only is it beneficial, but it's fun as well. So, hey, now I'd love to hear from you. How about you? What are your New Year's goals this year? What kinds of things are you doing to make sure that you keep them? So please share your thoughts with us in the comments below. I would love to hear your stories. I don't see anybody live, but it could be my program or it could be timing, whatever. So if you are live and I don't see you, I'm sorry, but thank you for being here. And if you're watching the replay, thank you. I appreciate you. So happy New Year, and go out there and have an amazing day. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.